Cocaine trafficking found new life in Antwerp thanks to one man and his audacious method. Meet Abdelilah el M, or Abdel, also known as Black, the infamous king of the switch. In this captivating narrative, we delve into how he revolutionized the cocaine trade, smuggling kilos and amassing millions. What was his secret, and why was it so staggeringly effective? Brace yourself for a journey into the depths of the criminal underworld. Born in 1985, Abdel, a Belgian of Moroccan descent, was a mysterious man. Little is known about his early life, but his name first surfaced in 2013 when he was arrested for running illegal cannabis grow houses. He and his associates operated 5 such houses, leasing properties and hiring Romanian workers to oversee their illicit operations. As the cannabis business thrived, it also attracted the attention of Belgian law enforcement. In September 2013, they arrested Abdel, armed with enough evidence to build a solid case against him. His stint behind bars was brief, but it may have been during this time that he forged crucial connections. Upon his release, Abdel shifted his focus to the cocaine trade, forming the Makreelbende with his associates. This criminal organization embarked on a spree of successful cocaine shipments through Antwerp's port, accumulating vast wealth along the way. The unexpected assassination of one of the Dutch underworld's prominent figures, Gwenette Martha, in May 2014, would case a seismic shift in the criminal landscape. Although Abdel had no involvement in the hit, its repercussions would affect Abdel among others. Gwenette Martha's USB stick remained unscathed during the hit. The USB stick contained photographs that led investigators to the offices of the shipping company MSC in Antwerp. The photographer was identified as Abdelilah el M, an MSC planner with access to vital container movement information. Norden was unknowingly sending this information to Morad LK, an associate of Abdel. While the Makreelbende continued their operations, Abdel was earning a reputation as the king of the switch. One of the originators of this innovative smuggling method, traditional cocaine smuggling via containers typically followed 3 common methods. The rip-on, rip-off technique involved loading cocaine at the departure port and retrieving it at the arrival port, often with the cooperation of corrupt port personnel. The second method involved disguising or incorporating cocaine into legitimate cargo, a riskier approach that required the involvement of cargo owners and corrupt dock workers. The third method, the most labor-intensive, was concealing cocaine within the container itself. Cocaine was hidden in various parts, such as the cooling compartment, walls, or flooring, requiring precision to avoid suspicion. Abdel and his group introduced a distinctive approach, the switch method. Containers arriving from South America were typically considered high risk, subjected to frequent scans and checks. Abdel's genius lay in strategically positioning a South American container alongside a European one, which faced fewer scans and checks. With both containers side by side on the dock, Abdel's associates seamlessly transferred the cocaine from the South American container to the European one. The European container had either already been scanned or wasn't scheduled for scanning at all. Once the switch was complete, the European container was collected and taken to a secure location for the cocaine's extraction. Between March 2014 and September 2015, Abdel and his organization executed at least 10 switches. Out of these, at least 8 succeeded. Only 2 switches were known to have failed and were seized. One such seizure took place on June 18, 2015, when the MSC Lorena docked in Antwerp's ports. Police and customs officials subjected it to a thorough inspection. A container with an incorrect seal number raised immediate suspicion. Upon opening it, they discovered 6 duffel bags containing 220 kilograms of cocaine. Dock worker Renzo Q and transporter Mike T, both associates of Abdel, had been waiting for this specific container to execute the switch and transport it. Associate Abdelilah el M even swapped shifts to monitor the container's movements closely. He detected irregularities and alerted the rest of the group. The gang got more lucky toward the end of September. A container carrying 300 kilograms of cocaine arrived at a warehouse. The cocaine was expertly extracted from the containers, loaded into several vehicles, and transported to a secure location. Police arrived just moments too late, finding only empty duffel bags in the abandoned warehouse. However, this operation led to the arrest of an associate of Abdel, Giacomo P., who had been responsible for the container switches in the ports. Giacomo's arrest marked the beginning of a chain reaction. In November 2015, Belgian police launched 25 well-planned raids through Belgium. One of these raids took place at the residence of Renzo Q, Abdel's trusted dock worker. To their astonishment, they discovered massive bundles of cash meticulously stashed away in bags and suitcases scattered throughout Renzo's house. Upon counting, it was revealed that the cash hoard amounted to 1.2 million euros. It became apparent that Renzo was more than just the organization's stock worker. He also functioned as their clandestine bank. He was responsible for collecting funds from cocaine sales, delivering money for new cocaine purchases, and securely storing the proceeds according to Abdel's instructions. While 25 raids were executed, Abdel remained conspicuously absent from the authorities' grasp. In the year preceding these raids, he had been moving between Belgium, the UAE, Spain, and South America. His intuition was perhaps well-founded, as immediately following the raids in November 2015, Abdel departed Belgium for good. However, his absence didn't deter Belgian prosecutors from sentencing him to 8 years in prison in 2020 for the cocaine shipments he had orchestrated. His whereabouts, however, remained a mystery. Yet, Abdel's name would re-emerge on the law enforcement radar. In the early months of 2021, following the hack of the encrypted messaging database Sky ECC, messages directly linked to Abdel revealed that he remained heavily involved in cocaine trafficking while on the run. According to investigators, Abdel had orchestrated at least 9 shipments, involving a staggering 7,200 kilograms of cocaine, pocketing over 40 million euros in profits for himself during this time. Then in February 2023, news broke that one of Belgium's most wanted criminals had been arrested. It was Abdel who got arrested in Turkey after he had returned from a skiing trip. Surprisingly, his arrest was not linked to his status as a fugitive kingpin. Instead, it was because he had not extended his visa and was considered to be in the country illegally. Abdel was swiftly sent to an asylum center in Turkey. Belgium's Minister of Justice, Vincent van Quickenborne, immediately requested his extradition. However, the situation was complex, given Abdel's dual Belgian and Moroccan nationality, and the fact that Belgium had refused to extradite a Turkish native they held, whom Turkey wished to prosecute locally. Belgium requested his extradition because Abdel must serve 22 years in prison there. Just before summer, Abdel was sentenced by the Antwerp Criminal Court to another 14 years in prison for importing several batches of cocaine. He had previously already been sentenced in the Makreelbende drug case to 8 years in prison. On September 15, 2023, it became clear that Abdel was released from the Turkish asylum center. The Turkish government initially decided to allow Abdel's extradition, but the Antwerp drug lord challenged that decision at a Supreme Court in Ankara. The latter recently decided to release Abdel. Whether his extradition is now definitely off the table is not entirely clear. And that concludes the gripping tale of the King of the Switch, Abdelilah el M. I hope you found this video as captivating as I did. If you enjoyed it, please consider giving a thumbs up, leaving a comment to share your thoughts, and subscribing to the channel if you haven't already. Your support means the world to us. Until next time, take care and stay tuned for more riveting tales from the world of crime.